Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Kyle, and today I'm going to shoot a video for you explaining why Hisuian-Decidueye is the best starter in Pokemon Legends Arceus, and why he's vastly superior than his other two counterparts. First thing that I want to talk to you about is a move known as Trick Room. In the competitive domain, it is the user creates a bizarre area in which slower Pokemon get to move first for 5 turns. This is incredibly viable for any slow, powerful Pokemon. Decidueye is base 112 physical attack. Its special attack isn't that great, it's only 95 or something like that. But its base speed is 60, making it incredibly slow. The first key to success for competitive viability for this Pokemon is Trick Room. The second is this, his signature move, Triple Arrows. This raises the chance of its future attacks landing critical hits and also lowers the target's defensive stats. So every time that your opponent gets hit by triple arrows, its defense falls by 1 stage. At the same time, Decidueye uses focus energy on itself, proccing his critical hit ratio. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the fact that triple arrows procs crit ratio, and he has access to 3 high crit ratio moves. 1 in Stab Leaf Blade, 2 in Shadow Claw, 3 in Psycho Cut. This combination of attacks will allow him to hit any type in the game for at least neutral damage. If we want to compare Hisuian-Decidueye to his Hisuian counterpart in Samurott, he has superior type advantage. He has Stab Leaf Blade, and he resists water and dark. We want to compare Hisuian-Decidueye to his Hisuian counterpart in Typhlosion. Now Typhlosion does have superior type advantage fire versus grass. However, underneath the conditions of Trick Room, Shadow Claw from base 112 physical attack would annihilate Typhlosion. Now I am going to use my Hisuian-Decidueye. I'm going to use the strategy of triple arrows into the 3 different high crit ratio moves, and I'm going to proceed one of the trainers in Jubilife Village on the training grounds. Alright, so here we are in the trainer battle. We're going to use our Hisuian-Decidueye against Bren. We're going to proc with triple arrows, and then we're going to proceed to sweep. Doesn't matter if it's not very effective. He's getting pumped, and his defense just fell. Now we can attack with either Shadow Claw or Psycho Cut. We'll just use Psycho Cut because it honestly doesn't matter. Critical hit. That's critical hit number 1. Now keep in mind that triple arrows only procs the buff for 2 turns as far as focus energy. Shit. Alright, so we are back. We're going to use triple arrows, and hopefully we will not get hit by Play Rough. Alright, cool. And he's at around 55%, so we're not even going to use Stab Leaf Blade. We're going to use Shadow Claw, we're going to be able to get our crit, and we're going to be able to pick up the kill. Critical hit. And this is kind of a joke. I don't want to use Stab Leaf Blade because it's 4 times effective. So we'll just use Psycho Cut. And that does about 50%. We're no longer pumped. So for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to finish him off with a Stab Leaf Blade. So that concludes my video. I just want to make this very clear. Underneath the conditions of Trick Room, Hisuian-Decidueye outshines his counterparts in Hisuian Samurott and Hisuian Typhlosion. It is a complete joke to think that either one of those 2 starters are superior to him when he has access to Trick Room. I cannot wait until the Hisuian forms get ported over to the next generation of Pokemon so I can show this in the competitive format. It is an absolute joke thinking that Infernal Parade from Hisuian Typhlosion is superior than triple arrows Just due to the fact that Infernal Parade is a weaker form of Hex, the only thing that makes that move interesting is that it can inflict its own status, thus saving you a move slot in Will-O-Wisp. However, if underneath the conditions of Trick Room and Typhlosion came in against Decidueye, Decidueye would automatically destroy it with the Shadow Claw. It doesn't even need a crit. Typhlosion has incredibly frail defense. For the life of me, I can't understand why individuals are trying to argue that Hisuian-Typhlosion is the superior starter compared to Decidueye or even Samurott. Samurott would wipe the floor with Typhlosion. It is just inherently weak compared to Samurott. Underneath the conditions of Trick Room, Decidueye would destroy Samurott and Typhlosion. Typhlosion is only good outside of Trick Room. Otherwise, it is not the best starter. My argument is that any competitive player worth his or her salt would be able to viably use Hisuian-Decidueye underneath the conditions of Trick Room, and would be able to proceed to sweep his other two starter counterparts. It really isn't that far-fetched. And there you have it. I demonstrated Hisuian-Decidueye effectively sweeping an entire team in the training grounds in Dribble Life Village. I know that it was against a Wormadam, it was against a Sylveon and a Gastrodon, so really not significantly that difficult of a matchup. But I'm proving a point. If you use triple arrows into any high crit ratio move, you will get a crit. If you combine that with the idea of Trick Room, those conditions, Hisuian-Decidueye would be able to annihilate Hisuian-Typhlosion. He would be able to annihilate Hisuian-Samurott. He just has the moveset to do so. Stab, Leaf Blade, high crit ratio Shadow Claw. Hell, you probably don't even need a crit against Typhlosion because it's so frail defensively. If you thought that this content was interesting, make sure that you leave a like on the video and leave a comment down below for the algorithm indicating why you thought it was. If you thought this video was completely wrong and I don't know what I'm talking about, make sure that you leave a comment down below as well, because discourse leads to the most interesting dialogue. Thank you so much to everyone who's watched the video to this point. If you like this kind of content, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out a lot. I would greatly appreciate it. But that wraps it up for me. I hope that everyone has a great night. Thanks again for watching, and take care.